I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Friends at Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Pandemic Legacy Season 1, which I hope means that there'll be a Season 2. Who can even say? Maybe the folks who made this could say, but I hope so. This is the non-spoiler review.
Non-spoilers.
Which is, I'll tell you what, it's very tough to review a game without telling you anything. But
yeah, we were just talking, like, what can we say?
We will give a spoiler review as well, but I mean, truthfully, you should play the game without knowing the spoilers because it will help. It'll help. Just there's a bunch of cool things in the box.
Shock value.
The shock value.
Yeah.
The what?
Like,
the what?
Multiple times.
So many times. Anyway, Pandemic Legacy Season 1 is a legacy game, which means the game state progresses as you play the game, and that means your characters progress. The board state progresses. That could be negative or positive. They could get something that stays with them that is a negative aspect. They can get something that stays with them that is a positive aspect, just as much as the board could have a good thing, or maybe there will be a bad thing on there. I'm purposely saying vague things here, but let's just jump right into simplicity versus complexity.
So this game is, pretty simple. You can jump into it. It's your co-op. It's your basic co-op game. You're all working together. Pandemic, because there's an epidemic, and you're trying to cure the board of the diseases, right? And so that's the complexity. Also helps making it simple because you can work together, because you're working together as a co-op. So anything that would arise that would make it complex, you can work out together. So
I'm the exact opposite of Molly in this one. I thought this game was super complex. We just played it last night, and we forgot a couple of things that were very important to those specific games. On top of that, the legacy aspect of putting the stickers out and writing on such that helps make a permanent change to the board or the cards. We found that was difficult to know when to make those changes per the meta game, like the rules of the game, not the actual inside the game. There were so many times when I'd have to go back to the rule book as things were added or changed, and I found it to be super complex. Like there were so many little things added that it got to the point where I was like, I cannot remember all of them.
There's a lot that you have to remember that you can do or should do, or things that have to happen. That is true.
Luck versus strategy.
Oh man, this game has. I think this game has a lot of strategy. There is luck in where diseases pop out and where things happen, but I think there's a lot of good strategy in what roles you choose, what order you choose to do things in, and so I think a lot of the strategy is in the decision making. And so that, do we let this thing happen so that we can make sure this does happen? This might be negative, but this has to happen, or whatever it is. So I think there's a lot of strategy that goes into trying to figure out. I mean, it's Matt Leacock and Pandemic, and so it's going to be really hard, right? So which bad thing do we let happen? I think that's a lot of the strategy in the game, is trying to get through those and still win.
This game is so strategic to points where I would think about it after we'd played, and then I would write an email to my friends we played with 4 people, and I'd be like, hey, do you think this, and I'd list a bunch of stuff, and we'd all start an email chain talking about what we needed to do. There's so much strategy here. On top of that as well, there's a very large dose of luck. We won. It plays out in a year time frame, and we won the last month, and we flipped over the next card just to see what it was, and it was the epidemic that would have killed us. So, I mean, this game has a lot of luck, and we were the victims of that capricious luck several times. Yeah. But that's not to say that there's not strategy. This game has so much strategy, and you will need to. I mean, I don't know how I would do this with just 2 people, because having 4 people just work out this puzzle. I don't know how I would have done it with less.
They saw things that we couldn't see,
and
we were like, oh yeah, you're right, we could totally do that. Yeah.
Fun versus boring. I looked forward to playing this game after I'd played every single time. So once I'd played the first game, I was like, I can't wait to play the second game. We didn't tend to binge it. We lost 4 games total. Yeah. Of the 16 we played or 15 we played? You can play a total of
24, but we only played
15 or 16. Yeah. But when we lost, we tended to then play the next game to see if we could win it. But we did it over a series of weeks, And then yesterday we just did 4 in a row.
Well,
Like
we
we just
had
got excited.
to.
We just got excited. So
We were
that's
so close.
that's the type of fun it is. I
Yeah.
don't tend to play co-ops, the same co-op, multiple times in a row. But I did with this one, and I didn't complain. I wanted to. It's that kind of fun. You look forward to it.
Yeah, this game was super fun. The things that happened are out of control, and that just added to how much fun it was. Because you're just like, how is this supposed to play out? How are we, what are we supposed to do now? I don't even understand. But then it does. It just reveals itself and makes sense, and then you just go forward. Whatever happens, again, it's a really hard game. So whatever happens, you just try to win, and you just try to save the world. There's as many people as you can in said world, right? So it's really fun. And it's interesting to think that all of the games across the world are different. So different universes, all these different worlds. So I think it's super fun. BGG rating.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I always wanted to play it. I'm not going to replay it. I've seen it all now. The spoilers are done for me.
Yeah.
But wow, 10. I always wanted to play it. I always kept wanting to come back to it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Well worth the money for the enjoyment of the experience.
Yep.
We give away free glitter painting of your favorite superhero icon or nerdy thing whenever we get to multiples of 500 subscribers. So make sure to subscribe now on YouTube.
Because it could be you that wins.
Pandemic Legacy Season 1. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.